Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we start with the makeup, we're gonna get into some hair. I got sent this wig from Julia Hair. This is a transparent 13 by 4 Brazilian curly lace front wig. And I already did the bald cap method on her. Now all I'm doing is putting that same color inside the wig, like on the lace part, so that it can match her skin tone as well. I'm gonna put the wig on her head to make sure it's sized properly. I did use the elastic, the little bra strap um bands that come with the wig, so I clipped those together so that the wig could fit her head nice and snug. This wig came pre-plucked, so I did not pluck the wig. Only thing I did was pluck the part when I was molding the middle part. But yeah, I didn't pluck the wig at all. It came pre-plucked, so I wanted to see what it was going to look like on my client's head. And I'm just taking my Chi styling spray. It's like a holding spray, and I'm just spraying like any flyaways out of my way. I like to take some clips and clip the front of the hair down so that nothing is in my way when I go in to cut off the lace. And I like to use a razor, and I'm gonna go in a very jagged motion. I'm like very jaggedly cutting the lace so that it's not a straight line that's gonna go straight across her head. It looks more natural when it's like either zigzag or just like jagged in general. It just looks way more natural that way. It's undetectable. Please excuse the glitter on my arm. I was doing glitter swatches earlier, and yeah, that glue was something serious, baby. So I still had glitter on my arm. I'm just going to take my scissor to snip away whatever is unneeded. And notice how I'm cutting it. I'm not closing the scissor down on it because I don't want it to be like a precise cut. I want it to be like rough and jagged. Now I'm taking some styling foam, and I'm just gonna use that to tame the front of her hair. I don't know why, I just like to do this. It just helps keep everything nice and neat, and whatever little bit of hair is out of place. I guess it kind of helps to mold the hair too. So when you go to style it, it just makes it easier for me to do this step. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna take some alcohol, and we're just gonna clean the perimeter of her head so that we can glue this thing down without any oils or makeup interfering. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna shift the wig a little bit to make sure the part is as centered as possible. This is what it's looking like before it's glued down. It's looking pretty good. So for the glue today, I'm using Ghost Bonds glue, and I'm going to do 3 layers of this, and I'm going to do very thin layers. I'm just going to lay this down one by one. One layer, lay it down flatly. You can use a comb, one of those wooden sticks, or you can use your finger. I just ended up using my finger because my nail's not done. And so I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that I can just use my fingers to do this today. And you want to be sure that you are not bringing the glue too far down. It's best to not bring the glue all the way down, and then you can glue down the remaining lace after the fact. I find that it's like really hard to try to clean up like that extra glue once it's already there. It could just get like real messy, and then you got to go back and glue it down. We don't got time for that, girl. So yeah. And by the way, this blow dryer is just on a warm setting. And like I said, I did this step 3 times. So you want to lay your glue, dry your glue, lay your glue, dry your glue. Make sure it dries clear or almost clear every single time. And then you want to go on ahead and slide that lace down, girl. And I do like to do one side at a time. Just a tip I picked up from YouTube. I just like it. It makes things easier. It makes things neater. It's just better. So yeah, I usually work from right to left. It really looked like I'm banging her head and I'm really not. But yeah, I'm just using my finger. That's the tab I was talking about. So that extra piece of lace that didn't get any glue. Now we're just going to glue it down. We know exactly where it needs to go. So I'm just going to apply the glue down and I'm going to blow dry it and press the lace down. Alright, so this is another tip I got from a hairstylist on YouTube. I swear to God, I cannot remember her name, but she actually got this tip from another hairstylist on YouTube. So you glue the frontal down first, right? Then you go in to cut around the ear. Oh my God, this trick is so freaking good. Like, I never got a perfect cut around the ear before. Like, the cut was perfect. So glue the frontal down first, and then you go in to cut that extra lace or extra piece of wig that's hanging and covering the ear. It's gonna come out so perfect, y'all. Oh my God. And now I'm just gonna repeat the same exact steps on the other side. I'm gonna go in with that same cheese spray. Again, this is the Iron Guard spray, and I'm just gonna spray a little bit on the lace. This is gonna help it melt, and it also helps the staying power of your frontal. I don't like to use Got To Be because I find like Got To Be leaves a white cast. And yeah, we don't got time for that. So now I'm going in with the same foundation product that we used on the bald cap and on the lace. And I'm just going to very lightly hit the edges of the frontal with that. Now I'm going to go in and do some extra plucking because even though the wig did come pre-plucked, I feel like I just want to pluck it a little, just a little bit more, just so that it looks a little bit more natural. Alright, and now I'm just going to take some wrapping paper and I'm going to tie that down. You could also use a silk scarf, a bandana, one of those silk wraps. Just tie it down while you style the hair. I did cut the hair off camera. I was trying to go for this asymmetrical curly bob that I saw. It was like a medium length curly bob I saw on Instagram. It was fire. One side was longer than the other. It looked really good. So that's what I was trying to do. Y'all know I'm not a professional child. I'll be cutting hair. But it came out cute in the end. Anyway, wet the hair down and added some foam to it. Now we're gonna take the wrap off because the lace has melted. As you can see, child, this lace is melted, baby. You can't tell me this is not melted. So yeah, now we're gonna add some baby hairs. Doing minimal baby hairs today just because, like, I don't know, I just felt like I really do love baby hairs. Like, I'm a baby hair girl, but for this look, I'm just like, let me do like soft baby hairs, like minimal baby hairs. I feel like it would be cute. So doing the thing you would usually do, pull some hairs out and cut them down with a razor. And then, yeah, you're just going to do your swoops. I used the same styling foam that I was using and some Eco Styler gel to get these baby hairs. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much all that we're going to do with the hair. If you want to see what the hair looks like in the end, stick around to the end of the video. Be sure to check out Julia Hair. All of the information will be down below in the description box, including the exact wig that's on my model's head. Let's get into the makeup look. Alright, so we did her eyebrows off camera. Wasn't much to do because, as you can see, she already has beautiful natural brows. I'm just priming her eyelids using the Helen E Eyeshadow primer. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going into my trusted Louise eyeshadow palette. I forgot the name of it, and I'm using those two colors that I showed. Those are the only two eyeshadows from this palette I'll be using. I'm going to go in with my Morphe M441 brush, and we are just going to carve out the eye shape that we want. We're doing a winged out cut crease, so we're going to wing out this eyeshadow. This eyeshadow palette is so pigmented. I haven't used it in so long. I forgot just how clutch this palette is. So yeah, literally just tapping the color on as I usually would. And then we're going to start to build the color up a little bit and wing it out. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Now I'm going to start bringing the color up, and I'm going to start doing like windshield wiper motions. Kind of just like swirling my brush back and forth too, just to bring that color up. And if you feel like your color gets too high, you're going to go back in with the brush that you use to either blend out the concealer around the brows, or the brush that you use to apply the eyeshadow base. You can use that brush to bring any shadow down that's gotten too high. Now I'm going in with that second eyeshadow shade that I showed you from the same palette, and we're going to go in with the same brush, you guys, and we're going to go in underneath that pink shade, and we're just going to trace the exact same shape that we already laid out. Alright, so we're done with that, with our crease colors. I took a makeup wipe to wipe off the extra shadow on the lid, but I honestly only did it on the right eye because the makeup wipe was just so daggone dry and it was my last one. I was like, screw this. But yeah, so I only did it on one eye. You actually can't tell the difference. I used the P. Louise Acid Rain base, which is a lot thicker than the regular P. Louise base. This is a lot more thicker and a lot more creamy. And to be honest, I wouldn't really recommend this base for a beginner because it's kind of harder to work with. The other base is more creamy and more movable, but I don't know, try it out. You might find that it's easier for you to use. But yeah, since it's thicker, it actually does cover up eyeshadow on the lid quite easily. So that's a plus. So yeah, I'm just tracing out the color that we carved, not the color, the shadow that we carved out. The shadow. What am I saying, you guys? I'm I'm using the base to carve out the shape that we created with the eyeshadow. So since we already created the shape that we wanted with the eyeshadow, it's a lot easier to just cut the crease following the same exact shape because we already set a map with the shadow. It's just like a lot easier. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. And I'm just going to tap off the extra product. From my understanding, these bases can dry down to like you can use these as like actual shadows. I've just never used them like that. So yeah, I probably could have just left it like this, but I did go in with the eyeshadow on top of it. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other eye, you guys. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M433 brush and I'm going to pack on this beige eyeshadow. This is the shade Kessie or Kisi from Juvia's Place Magic Palette. So I'll link it down below, but it's just a beige eyeshadow color. That's it. That's all. Now I'm going to take my black eyeliner and I'm just going to draw a line. This is going to help me determine where I want to keep my pink glitter. You could do this with a pink eyeliner. You can do this with a white eyeliner, whatever you have on hand. I just grabbed my black eyeliner to draw a line because I know I wasn't going to see it anyway once I was done with the glitter. I find it's easier for even me to do it this way instead of just trying to go in straight with glue. I feel like I can get a more precise line by just using a guide. And then on top of that, I'm going to use my NYX white eyeliner because apparently I'm addicted to liquid white liner now. And now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And I'm just going to clean up underneath the wing liner just to make it nice and sharp. So the foundation we're using today is Juvia's Place. I honestly have no idea what color I used. I'm recording this voiceover about a week later. However, it's clearly not her color, right? But it's the closest color in the range to her skin. So I'm gonna show you how I make it work when I may be limited in my foundation shades and I just, you still want to get the best match possible. So I'm just using very little. We all know you only need a little bit of Juvia's Place foundation, child. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to press this foundation into her skin. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer. I am using Tarte Shape Tape. I'll have the name listed down below. I don't want to say the wrong name. I'll have to go in my beauty room to look at the concealer. And I'm using my Morphe M421 brush. Now I'm going in with the Juvia's Place foundation stick. And I'm going to use that to contour. Then I'm going back underneath her eyes with the NARS Creamy Matte Concealer. And I'm using the shade Caramel. Now we're going to blend it all up. Going in with my foundation brush. First, we're going to start with the contour. Now to start blending out the concealer, I'm going back in with that Beauty Blender sponge that we used to apply her foundation. And I'm just going to tap it all in, child. We're just going to blend it all in. Alright, and I like to alternate between the sponge and the brush underneath the eyes to get me the most smoothest, fullest coverage possible. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going back and forth between my sponge and my brush. Once it's all blended in, I'm going to go in with setting powder. I'm using a mix of Sacha Buttercup, and I used Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder as well. Alright, now I'm going to cut off the head wrap so we can, ooh, look at that lace, baby. Look at that lace. Wow. I mean, the part a little crooked, but the lace look good, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Born This Way concealer in the shade Toffee, and that's what I'm going to use around her forehead as a contour. Not too light, not too dark, but a perfect color, and it'll blend in nicely with the frontal. Alright, this is what we're looking like so far. She's looking like a little Barbie. So now we're going to go into bronze and contour her skin. I'm using the Plan and Makeup by Yolanda contour palette. And I'm going to use the palette to bronze and sculpt her cheeks and forehead and chin and nose. By the way, you guys, if you are in Atlanta, I am coming to Atlanta in May for prom season, and I will also be offering one-on-one courses. So yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram because I will be posting my date soon. Um, April, no, March is Boston. April is undecided. I don't know yet, but May is for sure Atlanta. So yeah, get excited, you guys. I really can't wait to meet some of y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna take the setting brush from Real Techniques. This is a clean one. This isn't even the same one I used to blend in her concealer. I guess I lost it. I don't know. You know when you do makeup you be losing stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna press the powder into her skin. All right. So now for her under eye, I'm gonna go in with again the Acid Rain base. They have like this hot pink color. So I'm like, what the hell? Because this was like an inspired Valentine's Day look, so we were just being extra. This is clearly not like an everyday look. I mean, it could be for like a birthday or something, but the pink underneath the eye just made it over the top. But it was for Valentine's Day, you know. I'm just a little bit late because I was busy. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're gonna use that to smoke out her we're going to put it in her waterline and also her bottom lash line. And then we're going to set it with a pink eyeshadow. We're actually using the same pink eyeshadow that we used in her crease from the P. Louise palette. Alright, you guys. So my camera died. So I ended up finishing up what needed to be done, including, you know, the lips and whatever else. I didn't do much actually. Mascara, lips, and setting spray. So yeah, the hair has dried. I'm just gonna take my comb and comb out the product from the front. The foam really does like set the hair, so I just like to comb it out a little bit so it's not like hard. And I'm just running my fingers through the hair. It looks so good, y'all. So this is the completed look, hair and makeup done. Like I said in the beginning of the video, be sure to check out Julia Hair. This is like my third time working with them, and I have to say their hair is really good, and they do have really nice frontals, like the lace. Look at that lace, y'all. Ciao, bye. All right, and you know I got the cell phone footage for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun filming for you guys as always. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Don't forget to like, because y'all be forgetting to like. Don't forget to like this video. Give me a thumbs up. All right, y'all. I love you guys so much. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.